This is the highlight of the vlog. Look at how intense this action is.
I'm good, thank you. You are so close to my face.
Sorry. That was intense, wasn't it?
So
That was the craziest part of the whole vlog. I don't think it'll get crazier than that. Don't you agree?
Yeah. I think that was the wildest part. You just stop watching.
Yeah. Call that part Mr. Toad, because that was a wild ride. It's a Disney reference, because we're a
Hey everybody! So, today we're at the fabulous TTC to get some photos.
Mm-hmm.
He's thrilled. We love slave driving boyfriends for photos, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, so today we are Come on, we have friends to talk to.
Sorry.
So today we are resort hopping and TTC hopping, just trying to get some unconventional Disney inspired photos because your girl's a silver pass holder now because she didn't want to pay that extra money, and we're blocked out of the parks. So we're just gonna be casually walking around the parks and getting pictures in other places. So now we're trying to get a picture with the monorail in the background, right up there. So we're waiting for the next monorail to come in, so we should probably get ready for that.
Yeah.
I fed him though. I fed him, so he's
By the way,
ready.
Chick-fil-A, you could be sponsored by, or we could be sponsored by you. I'm not gonna show your logo unless you do it though, so I'm not rotating this cup any further.
So, let's go do it. This video is not endorsing boyfriend slavery. Look at him. He's getting his squats in. He's so athletic. Cute.
Oh yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'll keep him hydrated, I promise. We waited for about 7 monorails. We got the shot around the 5th monorail, or the 6th. And then,
something like that.
I think we got another shot around the 7th, so we're good.
Whoever was driving the pink monorail today, why? Why did you have to go so fast?
They just weren't for us, but now we are going to go to, I don't know which resort I want to go to first, really.
I think the loop's gonna start us at the Polynesian.
I guess we'll just start wherever it drops us off first. I can never talk. So yeah, we'll see what happens. When I was at Jackal, I was, as you guys know, in Token's Activities, and whenever we had our Uziku Festival, I was outside for a long period of time, most of the time by myself. So I learned some hula hoop. You ready?
Yeah.
Hula hooping?
Oh wow, this is...
No, give me the cup. Go hula. Hula like the hoop you are.
I'm sorry to everyone who has to watch this.
You can do it. I believe. Use those hips. Stop.
Oh, I suck. Hula hooping.
You're a mess.
If you were to come face to face with a lizard or a snake, which one would you choose?
That's a hard question. Lizards are scary, but snakes are dangerous.
So what, you think lizards are scarier than snakes? What?
It's not a rational fear, Robert. It's not rational. I know it's not rational.
Yes. Indeed. Indeed it is.
Okay, so we we came over to the marina and we just started wandering down. Over there is a monorail and the castle, but we found this really pretty tree with nice pink flowers, so we're gonna play around and see if we can get a cute shot with this bush because it's like low hanging and I could do something pretty. So let's see. Trooper. So this little bush served us well. I'm looking through our little flowers here. there's the picture. That's him. So we're a little tired now. The sun is blazing. So I think it would be a good idea for us to stop in the quick service restaurant and grab a cup of water, right?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna grab some water. And then we'll see what we'll do from there. How do you have the energy? I just don't understand.
Adriana left me alone with the vlog camera again. She should really learn not to do that. I mean, now I get to talk to all of you and you all have to sit and listen. Unless she decides to not put it in. But I guess you won't be talking to me, will you? But here's Robert's tip for today. Depending on the angle of the camera will determine if a person feels more or less powerful. So for example, right now, this is high angle or low angle shot. With the camera being low and me being up high, I look like I have more power over you. But if the camera angle moves higher, now I look weaker and sad and pathetic. So, if you want to add more dynamic feel to your stuff, think about low angle and high angle camera shots. I felt like I had to say something, and that's what I came up with, since you guys are already slightly at a low angle, because I'm asserting my dominance with this cute flower in my ear. So yeah, she's changing into something. I got like circles going on under my eyes. I have not been utilizing my sleep well, but it's okay. I'm a happy boy because I'm with Adriana, and this is great. Also, I'm afraid people are gonna start looking at me now, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Bye.
We found this fountain on the other side of the Grand, and I like it a lot. It's like the wrong time of day to take a picture here though, because the sun would be shining right on my face, and direct lighting photos just aren't really my thing, but definitely if I were to come at another time of day, that would be an awesome spot to take a cute picture. Oh, Robert's idea too.
Oh, well thanks.
Okay, so this wasn't part of the plan, but I'm just gonna casually see if the door is open just to see if I could peek inside. But last time I tried that, it wasn't, so I don't have much hope, but we'll see. Who knows? I don't know why I'm whispering. Every time I walk past here, I get nervous because I'm like, I'm not supposed to be here.
I wasn't invited to a wedding here. By the way, any of you that want to get married here, you just invite us. We want to attend a wedding here.
Ooh. And I'm scared. Wait, no. This is so beautiful. Wait, I want to ask, but like, I'm also... Hi, are we able to look in there, or is it closed?
I think so, it's just us and you.
There were other people in here when I came in when I first got here, and they wanted to re-say their vows here.
This is so pretty. Don't walk up. No. That was the craziest thing. That was a series of my heart dying at every step. Now I have to try this door because that door was open.
Is this... What's this? Is this where the bride gets ready or something?
This is just
where the bride gets ready.
do you think so? I don't think so.
Like the big mirrors and stuff. Got this for like makeup. What do we do?
I am nervous.
I can't wait to marry you today. It's been so long.
Oh man, oh
As you
man.
can tell, I look real cute for my wedding day with the flower in my ear.
Oh, look at him.
Wow, this is cool.
Okay. I feel like I'm gonna this is cool. We should go. I'm sitting in a chair. Are you gonna push me out of here? Did I make you nervous?
I'm sure we can all explore so much. I'm just really glad no one was in that room. Because part of me was like,
we are going to
no one's
get
getting
banned
ready.
from Disney.
hey, watch out steps.
Thank you. So we're at the Polynesian. We walked over here from the Grand Floridian, and it's hot. And I think I'm just done taking pictures. It's very difficult to try and do that in the summer. So now we're gonna go on the monorail and head back to TTC. And I thought about getting a Dole Whip, but I like Dole Whip floats more than I like Dole Whip. So I decided against it. But I could go for something fruity. You can say something too.
Like what?
When you say something, things are always funnier.
Is that my job now? I have to be
Comedic relief.
comedic relief.
Hi everybody, so we are all done for today. We took all the photos that I could possibly get with the heat outside because it was so disgustingly hot. But today was a great day. It went by really fast. Actually, I still don't understand how today is over. But we are gonna go relax now and go have some food. I'm gonna have some food at least because I'm hungry. Are you hungry? You're never hungry.
No, a little bit, like a little hungry.
You look like you got a sunburn. Anyways, yeah, so we're done for today. But don't go anywhere because as soon as we peace out, I'm going to show you guys how I edited my photos today. So,
Wow.
yeah, stay tuned. So,
Look at you guys getting spoiled. Oh wait, I'm gonna watch it too.
okay. So, see you later. Bye, guys. Yeah. Have fun.
That'd be a cool like swipe transition. You just like slap it and just.
Alright everybody, so we are back home now and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys which photos I liked the best from today and how I'm going to edit them for Instagram. So I have my phone open and I'm going to go ahead and open my photo and video folder, and this has all of the apps that I use to plan photos for Instagram, to edit photos, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to be using Lightroom primarily today. I have the purchase subscription just because I have the Creative Cloud, but almost everything that I do in this video you can do using the free version of Lightroom, and I will show you the part of the video that you won't be able to do, but there are other ways that you can accomplish the same thing. The other apps I have here, like Retouch, I primarily just use for like cloning things out of a photo, and then Facetune I used to use for whitening up backgrounds and changing colors, and that's the app that I will probably be referencing to you a little bit later, so hold that thought. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and open up Lightroom, and we're primarily going to be paying attention to the first row of photos and then the first one on the second row. I'm going to start off with the first one on the second row just because I have these two photos that I took today. I've edited both of them already, but I kind of like how this one is just a little bit more cutesy because I'm like looking off to the side rather than looking straight at the camera. And at first I didn't really like the sun flare, but then I did, so I'm going to stick with that. So this is kind of what it looks like after all the editing is done, and then this is what it looked like beforehand and with cropping. So I'm going to strip all of that away, and then I'm going to show you guys how we can achieve this from scratch. Alright, so this is the original photo. It is in its original sizing and with no settings put on it. Keep in mind that when we shot today, we were shooting in just like the camera's auto mode. Mind you, this photo would look a lot better if we were shooting in manual and adjusted the settings for our lighting, but whenever I have somebody taking a photo for me for Instagram or something, just because I'm not the one behind the camera, I always leave it on auto just so that it's just easy for the person taking pictures. But if I was to take the pictures, I would use it in manual, and if you're using manual and making your own settings, you won't have to do as much editing as I'm doing right now, so that's important to keep in mind. But I do shoot in RAW, and this is kind of just showing you how you can edit the video if you're doing it in auto, or how I would go about doing most of my Instagram photos, which are typically taken in auto. Alright, so we've got this photo. First thing I do when I go ahead and edit is I crop my image. Instagram, the biggest you can have an image is 4x5, and that reason, I don't know why Instagram chose 4x5, but it does take up the most space on the phone when somebody is scrolling, and obviously when you are competing with all these other pictures trying to get somebody to pay attention to your photo, you want it to be as big as it can be just so that you know somebody's going to stop and look at it. This is what we're working with now. We're going to bring up the exposure. You don't want to bring it up too much because I don't want to wash myself out, but I think that is good about there. And then we're going to bring up these shadows like a lot because I was obviously in the foreground and the sun was all behind me, so I was really dark. So we're gonna wash myself out a bit, but as you can see, after bringing up the shadows and after bringing up the exposure, it's very washed out and it's lacking a lot of color. So I personally like a little bit more vibrance in my photos, so we're gonna go ahead and add that in a little bit later, but for right now, we're gonna work with this. I'm gonna go ahead and amp up the contrast just to see if I can get myself to stand out a little bit more in the photo. Okay, I like that, and that already brought back a lot of the color that was missing, so I definitely like that a lot. And I'll bring up my highlights just a little bit. We're gonna go over to our colors, and I'm gonna bring up the temperature. I always kind of feel this out. I don't really have a set temp that I like to leave it at, but that one looks good to me. And the tint, I always have to be very careful with the tint because the tint does add like a pink feel to the photo, but it is very purple also, and I'm not the biggest fan of purple, and I also don't want my photo to look super unnatural. So it's always trying to find that balance between the temperature and the tint so that they can kind of work together, because the blue tones in the purple is going to cancel out something with the temperature and vice versa. So we kind of have to keep that in mind when we're messing with that, but you see how bad that can get, so we're not going to do that. Bring up the vibrance a bit. I like this photo. This photo is one that I would probably post, or I would post at this stage in the editing process. The only thing that I'm going to change about this photo is the stripe color of the monorail. That's just because I'm a crazy person and I'm picky, and I would have loved for the coral monorail to be back there, but I was not going to have us both, Robert.
Hi.
I was not going to have us both, oops. But I was not going to have us both dying in the heat trying to wait for the coral monorail again, especially when I knew I loved this shot. So I'm just going to take matters into my own hands and change the color. And this is that portion of the editing process where I told you that I use Lightroom to kind of change it up, but you can go ahead and use Facetune to really get in there and paint over the teal and lighten it up and then add some color on top of it. So that is where you could use Facetune for that, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do it on Lightroom. We're going to go over to our selective tool. We're going to use the plus button, get our little paintbrush. We're going to zoom in super far and go to the very edge of the photo. And then when you paint in it, you'll see that it turns red when it's selecting the spot that you wanted. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get as best as I can inside of the lines, just because I don't want it to be super obvious that I changed the color. And this takes a hot minute when you are doing this on a super tiny screen like mine. That works for me. Now you can go in and erase what you did, but I'm gonna wait to erase until after I actually do the editing, because sometimes it's just not necessary because nobody will notice unless you're zooming in super far in your photo. Alright, so that is all of our editing for this photo. I changed up the color and I am happy with this, and this is what I have posted on Instagram. This is the before and this is the after, and I like to go ahead and post the before and after on my Instagram stories so people can do a whole little tapping back and forth like I do, because I just love to see the before and after. But this is what we've got, and I will go ahead and show you guys the next photo. Okay, so these are the next two photos that I really liked from this day, and while I loved both of these, and I love that in this one you can see the ears a little bit more, we both really decided that I felt like looking straight to the camera in this one was just a cuter shot, so we're gonna go with this one. And this is the before for that one, and this is the after. This one did not require as much editing as the last one by any means, so we're just gonna go ahead and take it back to its original form. This is our original picture in its original size and in its original colors. So this is what I got straight out of my camera in RAW. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down to our 4x5. That looks good to me. Yeah, that works. And then I don't have to straighten this one out just because I feel like the lines don't need it. It's just not necessary, so I'm not going to do that. So the first thing that I'm going to touch with this photo is the exposure, and I'm going to bring it up a decent bit. That's good for now. I might go back and bring it down a little bit, but we will see. Then I'm going to bring up our shadows a little bit. That's already really cute as it is with just messing with the lighting, but I'm going to add some more color into the photo just to give it a little bit more light, but I think that's it for where we're at right here. I like that a lot. I'm going to go with my temperature and add a little bit there. Not too much. Okay, so at this point in the photo, this is probably what I would leave it as. This is the after and this is the before. And I really like this, and I could leave it just like this. Normally for a portrait photo, I would go in and brighten up the eye color a little bit, maybe whiten teeth a little bit, but I actually really like the way this one is just like this, so I'm gonna leave it. So this is our final product, and for this little photo session, these were really the 2 photos that I loved the most, and these are the 2 photos that I'm gonna be posting on Instagram. These were the 2 final photos that I ended up posting on Instagram, or one that I have and one that I will be posting on Instagram, and I really liked them a lot, and it was a fun little day, wasn't it, Robert?
Yeah.
So that was pretty much it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching us go out and grab these shots and then seeing how I edit them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you learned a little something, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!
Bye.